And right now, I'd like to take this opportunity to welcome our beautiful guests here on the show. It is a young couple with such an interesting story. We've heard a lot about stories during COVID, and this is one of the stories you do not want to miss out here on the show. Welcome to GXP, Pastor Mogisa.
Thank you so much.
We haven't met, but I heard about your story, and meeting you and hearing more about your story was quite interesting, and we thought that we needed to share this story here on GXP, and thank you for allowing our invite and honoring us with your presence.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Welcome.
So you talked of that one time you had an encounter that I feel you should share with the world. But before we talk about your encounter, can you just briefly tell us who is, can I say Pastor or Mugisa? Can we first say Pastor alone, or can we first say Mugisa alone? And who is Gloria?
we can say both.
Yes.
Pastor Edward Bugisa. Some even call me apostle. Anything they call me, but I'm a servant of God. Yeah, I grew from Hoima. A place is called Chigorovia, the village. So in my growing, it was not easy. We had a lot of witches around us, and probably I can say that all three children. I see my brothers, two brothers and one sister, they were eaten. So for me, the first one was bewitched and eaten, and the second one, too, he was bewitched and eaten.
These were your siblings?
Yes, and the last one was the girl, and even the girl died. Now here came me, and I was going through the same process. 2 years without sitting, without walking, without just laying down.
Who are these culprits? Who are the people you're saying were?
Yeah, they are.
Were they neighbors? Were they family members?
Not neighbor. She was in the clan.
Okay, so they were clan members.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, she was just married to the clan. She was not in the same clan, but they married her and she came in the clan. She became a problem to my dad. So I was so sick for 2 years since I was born. Now 2 years, very small, very tiny. I don't know what I was suffering from, but they tried to take me to Mulago, to many hospitals, but there was no any cure. And then they decided to leave me home. One day, my mom was at home because she was supposed to take care of me, and my dad had gone somewhere to work. There came these people who always move in the villages, praying, shouting, praising God. I don't know how they call it, but there are those people who are born again. They move through the villages. If you invite them, they will come. You know, those years. Even they went to the witch doctor, and the witch doctor told them that it's not easy. Because if I start fighting that lady, me or she, one person may die. So he told my dad and my mom, I cannot manage your son. You go. I will not manage that situation. So they came back. There was no any deal that me I'll be cured or I'll be healed or I'll be well. So they decided to leave me. When time comes for dying, I will die. So as I told you, those people, my mom welcomed them that day. And you know, when you're in the village, all the surrounding people are their houses are next. They said, how can she bring the witch in the house? Those are the witches. They pretend that they serve God. They are these people. So they started quarreling. But mom said, no, these are the people who are going to heal my son. Without know, because she was not born again, she was not transformed, but she got that salt. And then they prayed for me that day. They played drums, you know, these local drums. They played drums, they praised, they shouted, they chased the demons. They said, this man here is going to live and is going to preach the gospel. They prayed for me because that story is from my mom. Because I was too young, I couldn't understand what is going on. They were just telling me, that's how I grew. And it took like 1 week. They told my dad that your wife has brought the strangers in your house. Don't you know that you people, you're doing things that because of your son, you're going to get problems. You know, those people in home, rumors, they are not born again, they don't know Jesus Christ, they don't know about God, you know, the whole clan, all what they know to go to the witch doctors, you know, such kind of things. So my dad told them, whatever it is, whatever she's doing, she's fighting for the life of our son. So from that time, I started recovering. 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 1 month, I sat down. And people started saying, oh, those people have a lot of witch. They are very strong. But they just pray. We don't know what they pray. You know, the family which is primitive of knowing God. That's where I grew from. So for some time, I started even walking. I started reviving. My body started reviving. So from that time, I started being a person. I came back and my body started building. I started walking within 2 years. I did not crawl. I did not sit down. I just woke up and start walking.
Also like to ask Gloria to just, give us a brief of who you are.
If you go to Jinja, the Nairo side, there's a village they call Naminya. So I grew up in that village. So I learned how to pray since from my childhood. I learned how to serve God since my childhood.
Well, how did you meet? Because you come from a whole different... your journeys are completely opposite.
Wow, it was interesting. It was 2016, 17.
Yes.
Yeah, in the beginning of 17. One day, there's a pastor at David Uganda. He is my friend. He called me to be a guest artist on that day, on that night. So when I came back, I came very early, and he wanted me to sing, to minister when Bishop Chiganda is in, but Bishop was not there at that time. So he said, no, for you, you have to wait. So in waiting, I was tired. I said, you know, sitting in front in big places, sometimes I don't like it. I said, maybe let me take my CD in a DJ's box. He asked, where are you going? I said, I'm taking my CD, but I'm coming back. He said, okay. So when I went back to take my CD, because I was tired to sit in front, I decided to get a seat behind. So when I was going, before I sit, we are standing. And then the programmer said, now you can sit to tell your neighbor, you look cute, you look beautiful. So I saw my neighbor, she was the one. I started telling what the programmer is saying. Then after, he said, okay, you can sit down next to your neighbor. That is, like programmer is saying, maybe he may be your boss. I knew what is going to come out, but in interaction, I saw that she was responding. She was still young. Okay, I said it's okay. Then after we talked, after talking, we were giving offertories. I told her, I gave her money. I said, you go and give. You come back. I'm going to keep our things here.
Yeah,
She
he
went.
said, let me say, he said that you take the offering, let me keep our things. So he held my bag and said, let me, I said, are you really going to give my bag? Is it our?
How many or how long did it take for you to finally say, we're walking down the aisle after that day?
Like 4 days, something ran in my head. Is she not your wife? Just something came to me. I said, no, but she's very young. That's what I said. Then after sometimes I prayed. After prayer, like after certain minutes, she called. I said, really, God, you have just confirmed. She called. Then after I told her, I want to take you to date. I want to take you out. I want to tell you something. She refused. Then from there, she refused. She stopped calling for some 2 good weeks. Then I called her. I said, I want to see you. She said, not at the hotel, not everywhere, but at the tax park. Then she came. We sat at the new tax park. We sat on those verandas where taxes. We sat and talked. And that day I didn't tell her anything. I just gave her transport and she went back. After some good weeks, I called her. She said again in the park. We, we sat in the park. Then I told her. So from that day, we started our journey.
That's very interesting. And after that third time, how many weeks or months did it take for you to finally walk your beautiful wife down the aisle?
It took sometimes. We took time. We took time. For us, when we started our journey, I told her, I just need to marry you. I don't want time. I don't want girls to waste my time. She said it's okay. We started arranging. Yeah. So
Okay, sorry to interrupt you. Now let's talk about your testimony, which I find very intriguing. I just want you to walk us down your journey of how did it happen?
yeah, it was. I was going through a lot. It's a long story, but I'm just jumping. It was a crash of the ministry. Yeah. So I decided to ask God, did you call me to serve you? Or it is because these people took the ministry for nothing? I don't know. Is it the devil or is it God? It is hard. It was a hard time because we had started that ministry, and in the process of growing, people came in. When they came in, they became rude. They had to take the ministry. So I decided to leave, and because people gave me advice. Then I went in through fasting. I fasted for 4 months. I wanted God to answer me. He didn't. I went for 2 months. He didn't. I went for 7 days dry. He didn't. I went for 4 days dry. And in 4 days dry, there came a sickness, fever, malaria. So I was so sick and I was growing too small. It was in COVID time. My wife told me, why don't you eat? I told her, I have to first day, second day, no food. Third day. Third day it was terrible. I was sweating almost. Life is no more. I said, no, God. I said 4 days. Last day, fourth day, it was midnight. I was sitting in a small chair, but no strength. And it was midnight exactly. That's when I fainted. So in fainting, I stopped knowing what is going on. I switched off. Yes, I switched off to the spiritual world. Yeah, so when I switched up to the spiritual world, Yeah, I switched up to the spiritual world. In that time, someone came and knocked the door. He said, Pastor Edward, would you come out? We will have to go and rescue some people.
Pastor Edward, just hold it there, hold it there. The story is getting quite interesting. And now we go for a short break. You don't want to miss the story. It's getting more and more interesting. And when we come back, the story continues. Welcome back. So when we stopped, Pastor told us how he became unconscious after many days of fasting and seeking to hear from God. He had questions he was asking and he needed God to answer them. And so he decided to fast. And the story is very interesting. Here it is. So you become unconscious and you switch to the spiritual world.
Yes. And when he called me, he knocked first, and the second time, the third time, I said, okay, let me come. I dressed my clothes. I remember it was white. I put on my shoe and then opened the door, went. I phoned my friend. As the voice is familiar to me, but the face, you can't see the face. The face was very shining, like a lot of, you can't even recognize. And then we continued speaking, and he was saying that we have to go. We go down to the forest. We have to rescue people. I said, why are we going to die? I told him, why, those people can help themselves because they are many. He said, no, we have to go. When we reached the forest, we found, I think, very big thing. It's like what we call a spaceship. Yeah, very round, very beautiful, green color up, gold down. It was in form of round, very big, and people were entering, were coming out. I was wondering why is he brought me this way. We entered. When we entered, we found like a space, like a living room, many people seated and others standing. He told me, "Let us go to the special room." We went. When we went to that room, the whole room was green, and there was 3 buttons and a chair, and he sat in the chair. I asked him, he told me, these green things, it is called matrix. That's what he told me. I asked him, oh, this thing, what is it? He said, this is matrix. And then he pressed the green button. We all disappeared. When we disappear, I found myself in the place whereby the grasses have life. They are speaking and they are welcoming me. The trees, everything is speaking. But the road which I'm standing on is like a glass, but in form of gold. I said, where am I? Like when you change like this, you see the grass welcoming you, like they are waving for you. Pastor Edward, you're most welcome. I said, where am I? So when I stopped there, I said, no, I have to follow this road. I moved. When you're moving, you see, it is like a glass, the road, but it is in the form of gold. Yeah, like I'm moving, looking at myself. So I moved. When I reached somewhere, I found the junction, and one was going up, one down. I said, let me go up. When I went up, I found a very big man, a giant. I was like small. He said, Pastor Edward, where are you going? You're not supposed to take this road. You have to take the down one. In that place, when they speak, you don't need even to reply. You have to obey. Yes. I just turned, but I was confused, fearing, said, what kind of man I've seen? Very big. So I found my friend waiting for me at the junction. He laughed at me. I said, why do you leave me alone? I said, I wanted to see if you can manage by yourself. So he laughed at me. He said, no, let's go. Let's take this road. We went. We bypassed a very big tree, and people were sitting on that tree. We went. He told me, I'm going somewhere. I'll come back. You proceed. I proceeded. By the time I reached the gate, very big gate, it is bright. And the voice came to me and said, you are in heaven, but you have not seen Abraham. So I turned back. When I turned back, he came back. He said, "Do you want to see Abraham?" I said, "Yes." "Let's go." We left him somewhere at the tree. When we reached that place, Abraham was standing, and the beard was white, like he was smiling. In the hands there was gloves of gold. So I ran very fast to hug him. He did like this and hugged me. He told me, "Even today you have visited us. You are most welcome. Thank you for coming." Then after hug, they told me to sit. I sat. I saw the line of people coming. Many people in the line hugging everyone. Everyone come and hug. But after hugging, I don't know where those people could go. Then after my friend came back, I said, "Come and we go." We went. After we went, we reached at the same place. He disappeared, and the gate opened itself. After I proceeded, when it opened, when I entered like this, I saw 3 lines this side of people, and this way there was no line. So I was supposed to go this way. I was not supposed to go on the line. I moved. When I'm talking about these things, this thing is very big. I'm talking about something which is big, but in the spiritual realm, it's too fast. So I reached at a certain extent. I found very big. It's like a dog, but very big like an elephant, barking at me. I was at speed. I reduced the speed. I said, "No, I'm in heaven. There's no dog in heaven." Kept on moving. I realized that I'm with someone who is so special. I said, "Who are you?" He turned to me, very angry. "You mean you don't know since we started moving?" I came to realize that he is Jesus. He said, "I'm Jesus." Now, from that time, he started being very serious. He couldn't laugh now. Remember, I fainted for almost 8 hours. Because for that time, from midnight, my wife knew that. On the other hand, he knew maybe I'm gone.
Were you at home?
Yes.
Still, you didn't rush him to hospital during that time, and
It is.
Because it was COVID time.
It was locked down.
Wasn't it scary for you? For 8 hours, you're dealing with someone who is not moving.
Yes, I got scared, but remember, he was fasting and praying to God. He wanted to separate himself to God so that he can hear from God. So, by my time, I wanted to call him that maybe you go, you can't sleep. I read at the man, "Hello, Pastor." Hey, I shaked him like this. I couldn't hear
I couldn't
anything.
respond, yeah.
Understand? But for me, I said, "Jesus, you are the one who brought this man in my life and is searching to hear from you, God." I prayed a prayer, but why I was scared, because you can't get scared. I was scared, and I called my friend, and she was a neighbor, and told her according to what was happening, and she came.
The voice.
We tried a lot of things. We tried, and she said, should we take him to the hospital? But there was no means of transport, first of all, and it was COVID time. You could take him, and they think that it's COVID which is affecting him. So I was scared even that way. I said maybe they may think that is having COVID, yet it's not.
And they would have definitely declared.
I would.
Yes. So we talked about it. Yet I was scared. I prayed. My prayers, even I was disorganized mentally because what was happening to him. But inside, in my inner man, I had a spirit saying that he's not dead. He's not dead. And I was telling myself that, no, your husband is not dead. And I used to say, no, he's not dead. He's not dead. He can't die. The God he serves, he can't let him die. That's what was in mind. Though I was also scared, I was panicking.
I mean, you're just the two of you in the house.
Yeah.
He's not coming back up.
Yes. What's happening with him now? Is him dead? Now, if at all is not dead, what is happening to him?
So
by
at
that
what
time?
point did you have a breaking point?
Sorry.
At what point did you give up and
And
let your fears kick in?
it took me 3 hours. Yeah,
Was it daytime, nighttime?
it was night time.
It was night. It was night time, and
It was night. And I said, now God, I waited till morning to see how I can get everything okay. So I waited till morning, but by 8 a.m.
yeah, it was 8
it
a.m.
was okay. He
So-
got up.
By himself.
Yes.
So, Pastor Edward, during the vision that you had, what are the two things that stood out most for you? One, the one thing that stood out most for you. Two, what was that instruction that was so clear to you?
What I came to realize, they wanted me to know what is happening in heaven. Secondly, they took me to 3 phases of heaven. So here we are still in the first heaven. So we are going to cross to the second heaven. After second heaven, then we go to third heaven. Yeah, then after third heaven, they gave me the instructions. They told me, number one business in heaven is to win souls. Because according to what I saw, they brought a big screen and we saw what is happening in hell. Because hell is having like 4 stages. There's Sheol, there's shade, there's hell, there's fire. And they had to give me the instruction when I was like that. They said, we are talking to you, so we are commanding you to go, not sit down. He told me I used not to sit at the church. I used to move. And by the time, that means that by the time I was supposed to be brought back, yes, he told me, you have to move. Go, find out anyone. You pray for him, for her. Check the house. I mean, the families are broken because the devil is disorganizing and breaking the families. Visit the families the way I used to visit. You go and win souls, make crusades. And he told me a lot of things. Make hospital ministry, we are doing all these things we are doing. Go, do charity. We do charities in the villages.
Gloria, during when he woke up, what was your reaction?
I was happy to see him up, but again, he was weak. I had to look for a nurse so that he can take care and can get medical checkup.
Wow, that was the first thing you had to do. That was medical checkup. And when he finally was able to speak to you and he's telling you about this vision, what he saw, the instructions he received, what came through your mind at that very moment?
At that very moment, I couldn't understand. Even I couldn't get clear what he was telling me, because it's unbelievable. You can't tell me that I'm from heaven. So I opposed him. Yes, I opposed him. I said, no, you are not from heaven. Tell us the reality. Be realistic to us. That's not heaven. Do you know heaven? Because when you talk about heaven, it's something big. Yes. So I was in that situation. I didn't believe anything by that time. I opposed him, and he was trying to tell me, what I'm telling you is the reality. I'm from heaven. So I saw this and this. And this man also is lying to me. Does he know he's even heaven? I told him, I remember one thing I told him, do you know even heaven or you, this sky? So I was kind of that woman.
Yes, you are in doubt of his words. Wow. So how did you feel when your wife kept doubting you?
But now I couldn't do anything.
At that time.
Yeah, even instructions. I could just preach the word in the Bible whenever I could get the invitations.
And did you ever have people who doubted you?
Yeah, many. They doubted, but after sometimes, now, when we are speaking, there's a professor at Makerere. He's my friend. He called me, Pastor, I'm writing a book about heaven. You come and try to explain. Now, one day when I was talking to him, he was not like he's doubting. But in the process, when I was telling him, so he got like he's slumbering and he saw the angels. He said, "Oh, stop, stop. This is the true story." I never knew that what you are talking. He told me that just in a minute I've seen the angels covering us here. So there's always a proof.
Yes, that's right.
Yes, there's always, when the heaven wants to prove to you, that's why now it has brought people to start realizing that it is true now. Yes.
So after you got out of the after you got out of the vision, now you're working what you were asked to do. At what point did you say to yourself, "I think I need to write a book about my vision"?
I've seen God do great things, my dear. I've seen God deliver people
Through the message.
through the ministry. So we started a ministry called the Spiritual Purpose. Yes. After starting the ministry called Spiritual Purpose, we've been moving, doing crusades. We've been visiting people to the hospital. You pray for them. After some time, they call you, "Pastor, I'm delivered." There are people who come with demonic tormented, and we pray for them, and they get totally healed. There are people who come when they have hearts broken, and when I talk to them, probably they are healed. And I've seen almost more than 3 to 5 lambs walk. Last lemon walked from which month? It June, July.
Not so sure.
I've seen the power of God. I've seen really, I've seen Him moving. And even when I'm serving, when I'm praying for the people, He speaks and say that one is going to get healed, and that one to get delivered. I prayed for people on the phone, via WhatsApp, everywhere, or all over UK, USA. People with autism, and they're giving testimony. Their children are being delivered. I've seen now, since we started seriously, since when God approved to her, we started moving, giving up the testimony. And people in the church, they are being revived. When I'm giving the testimony, when I'm preaching, people can get tired. But when I'm giving the testimony, people can watch until morning. Yes.
This is very good. And if somebody wants to have a copy of your book, just to read your story, where can they find it?
Our book copies are at the office, but you just we give just WhatsApp number. You give us where you are, directions, and we get your number. We send it to you.
Okay, so if you're out there and you'd like to know more about the story, here is the book. It says My Amazing Visit to Heaven by Pastor Edward Mugisa, where he shares his encounter with God when he became unconscious and he traveled different paths. And by the time he was out of the vision, he was given instructions in the vision, and his entire testimony story is written in this book. Please, if you can, get this book. It is an amazing book to read. Thank you so much for giving us the opportunity to share your story with us, and maybe for everyone watching you, one as a pastor, two as a couple, what advice would you give them in terms of the importance of being obedient to the instructions?
Okay. The reason why you're suffering and you're serving God, things are not coming out, it is because you didn't listen to the instruction of God. But if you listen carefully to the voice of God and you follow the instruction, in fact, you will see the results. In fact, it is written in in Deuteronomy 28 that if you hearken the voice of God and follow the instruction of Him, all blessings will just follow you. Yes.
Thank you so much, Pastor. And so when you listen, you have to act.
Exactly.
Thank you very much. And then to you, Gloria, what would you advise, especially young pastors' wives? How should they be in position to understand their husbands and help them in the journey, or especially if they have, in the journey of ministry?
I advise every pastor's wife to pray and support the man of God. Because we women, we are supporters. We are supporters. God, like in the beginning, when God gave Adam a wife called Eva, Eva was a supporter. So we have to support our men of God. We have to support men of God through praying for them, interceding, and also advising them. Like for me, for I, Gloria, I advise always my husband. Whenever we want to do something, I have to advise him, give him wisdom. We plan about it, we talk about it, so that we can come with a good work.
So in other words, what you're saying is, as pastors' wives, the young pastors' wives, it's important to support their husbands and to plan with them and be part of the process as far as ministry is concerned. Thank you very much for joining us today. Thank you, Pastor Edward Mugisa, and thank you, Gloria Mugisa, for sharing your story with us. And I hope maybe we can meet again and talk more about it.
We do counseling. Please don't die with problems there, spiritual problems or heartbreak or everything. You can call us everywhere, at the hospital or at home or in the church, everywhere. We are here to be apostles of Christ. We are here to serve. May God bless you.
Thank you very much. Thank you, Mr. and Mrs. Mugisa. And that was the story that we thought we should share with you today. Such a great story, very interesting. Of Pastor Edward Mugisa, who went into a vision for about 8 hours, and the things he saw and the instructions he came back with. And now he's practicing and doing everything that he was instructed to do. And he's, asking people to always, everyone watching, listen to what God is saying and do exactly what He wants you to do. Because this world we are in, we are just passing through it. There is another world that is real, and it's either heaven or hell. So choose your path, choose your path wisely, make your decisions wisely. But I would again encourage you to follow the path of Jesus Christ. To everyone that is watching us right now, thank you for tuning in. And yes, we have quite a number of stories that we'll be sharing with you. Don't go away, and don't forget to pick a book about My Amazing Visit to Heaven, and you'll get to know more about Pastor Edward Mugisa's journey to heaven and back to earth. Thank you for joining us, and thank you for watching.